You're watching Drake Queen Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Queen Gaming. As some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon, today, and coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Mice Tea. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. You weren't born in 96, were you? No. Okay, so it's not your zodiac or something like that. It could be a personality thing. Sink a bit lower. Wow, T, thanks for backing up every jerk who called me mousy. But mice are cute. And you are too, of course. Yeah, Margaret, I never said the people in this room thought you were pretty enough to hook up with. Huh? Oh, I can fill you in on that later. I can tell you filed that away for future reference. So, all the instructions are for drinking 1 or 2 cups of tea, and it talks about levels of transformation or drinkers moving up and down a kind of ladder. And there's stuff about what things you'll transform... Well, things that will transform you more or turn you more human. Have you been doing any of those, mouse-like activities? Gavin and I avoid each other's eyes. Maybe? Did you change at all when you did those? Not that I remember. I didn't notice any changes. Well, it might be that you plateaued and you don't have any more to change. But I'd try to limit those behaviors as you're trying to turn back. You should honestly try to stay away from sex, too, if you can help it. Though that's less of a concern than acting like an animal. Basically, you need to cool yourself down. More in an emotional sense than a physical one, but both are helpful. Rest, healthy food, sleep, and mostly meditation. Preferably meditation where you envision yourself in your normal body. Did it say how much you have to meditate to get back to normal? It seemed to imply it only takes 1 session, however long that is. But who knows how much more you'll have to do when you're like this. So you don't have to drink the tea to get into transformation mode? Nope, nothing like that. Deal with it. Crap, it sounds like we had the right idea 2 days ago. Not that I did a very good job of me at meditating. Hey, at least we can stick with it now and not worry about we're butting heads against a wall. Yeah, and hopefully I can give it an honest shot now that I've gotten a few things out of my system. You want to try here? I guess that might be the easiest, though I don't have anything to change if I turn back. That's why I brought this. She holds up a paper shopping bag. Brought you some clothes to change into. Hopefully you can forgive me for raiding your underwear drawer. Oh, that's awful of you. And Julie knows she's on a good friend roll and she relishes in it. So, want to get set up in the back? Yes, please. We'll keep these quiet up here for you. Might be worth playing some white noise on your phone, though. I might try that, thanks. Well, I'll take her back and grab an apron for you. What do I need an apron for? Because you work here for now. This is your first day. Oh, right. Gavin carries me back to the same counter where I've been enjoying my tea baths. I wonder if it would be cheating by trying meditating during one. Then again, I wouldn't fit in the cup for very long if meditating works like it should. I'll block the view with a standee or something so you'll have some privacy. We won't come back here either way. He sets my clothes down near me on the counter. Good luck! Thanks! He steps away and places a cardboard cutout between me and the entrance. The printing is on the other side. I can't decide if it's more or less distracting than the alternative. Well, more time out of the dress. I shed the stifling outfit and look down at my mouse body for what's hopefully the last time. Gosh, have I really looked like this the whole time? I twist back and forth to see the way my fur reacts to my movements. Little seams from around the steepest parts of my curves that show where my parts of me move more than others. Wait, we never took a picture of me like this, did we? My camera sits just next to me, ready to be called upon. I don't have photo syncing turned on, do I? No matter how small the chance of my upload photos triggering some sort of FBI database that's on the lookout for animal-human hybrids, it's something I'd rather avoid. Besides, a hasty selfie wouldn't be much in the way of documentation. I'll just skip it. I want to get back to normal as soon as possible. Even if the statement's only 99.6% true, it's still a helpful mantra. I shake my limbs and settle into a neutral stance that resembles the one I tried 2 days ago. This time I'm thankfully less overcome by the arrows that consume me. In its place is the satisfaction I'd gained over last night and this morning. Okay, you can clear your head enough this time. Nothing to stop you from really doing it. First, there's a matter of starting to meditate. Without much experience or direction, I try to cobble together everything I've heard secondhand about the process. At least I'm confident you're meant to be relaxed. I tick off every muscle I'm able to perceive. I start with my forehead and then my jaw, and down from there. I relax and release tension wherever I can. So, you know, water time. Okay. There's less tension in my body than there was during the last week, but I assume it's best to put in the extra effort. As I flex the pads of my paws, I think I'm done, until I remember to relax in the full length of my tail as well. Okay, I should be good. Just think about your normal body. Imagine you already have it. Thousands of glances in the mirror let me easily recall the image to mind. Not that they have the greatest connotation. Just keep it in your mind and you'll open your eyes already inside it. Naked on the shelf, in your boyfriend's shop. It's not the most encouraging thought, but I'm going to open my eyes naked on his shelf either way. It's just a question of whether or not I have a tail to when I do. Some deep breathing seems like a fruitful technique to try. I pull a deep breath in through my nose. In. And push the breath out of my lungs. Out. I repeat the action again and again, and I settle into a self-sustaining rhythm once I stop consciously thinking about breathing. It frees my mind up to think about what I'm supposed to be visualizing. Imagine how your body would react to breathing like this. Think about how your chest would push into your shirt. I impress my current actions on my usual body. I imagine how it would feel to stand and breathe like this. It's not too hard to do, but it's not too enticing either. Thinking about my body inevitably leads me to thinking about all of its shortcomings. Don't worry about that. It's still better than this body. It's an easy statement to make, and one that's almost perfectly true. Almost. All the pleasure I derive from using this mouse body is still fresh in my mind. You can do most of that once you're back to normal. Gavin thought your old body was beautiful, and he'll still do whatever you want. You can even spend enough money for another tea bath if you want. Sorry if I'm flubbing my words, y'all. I just woke up. You just have to get back to normal. The same nagging thoughts persist, though thankfully they don't overwhelm. And my trust in Gavin's appreciation for the old me is the strongest support I find myself leaning on. Still, I'm left to dwell on one of my least favorite subjects to think about. Minutes drift by where I'm only partially cognizant of my physical self. It's impossible not to drift back into awareness of it, though, and each time I do, I don't receive much change. It's okay, you have a long way to go. More time stretches on as I hold the image of myself in my mind, which is only interrupted by the odd noise from the front of the shop. Sometimes I imagine myself in the same position I'm standing in. Sometimes I imagine just going about everyday activities. Simple, mundane images, but ones that take a small mental toll that builds up over time. A form of fatigue sets in, both physical and mental. I'm not certain how much time has passed, but I open my eyes before I start to strain myself. They see the same thing they did when they last closed. Well, that was my first try. I opened my phone to check the time. It's been 2 hours, which is both longer than I thought and not encouraging for how long it'll take to transform back. I'll text Gavin. I send him a quick message telling him I'm finished meditating and pull my dress back on. It's just as uncomfortable as always. Soon afterward, he appears and admirably refuses to react to my lack of progress. Want to ride back to the front? The shop's empty right now. Sure. He offers his hand and conveys me back to the front. Julie is there waiting for us. Oh, hey, Margaret. How was the meditation? I know you two are trying to be nice, but I'd prefer if we could just talk about it directly. Yeah, we can do that. So, did you notice anything change? Maybe there's something we can't see at our size. Not really. I move an arm across my body and feel my dress move around me. Actually, maybe the dress feels a little smaller on me? I lift my shoulders up and down to see where the fabric falls on me. It certainly feels different now that I'm thinking about it. It might just be because I'm thinking about it. Do I look any bigger? Gavin ducks down and takes a closer look. Hard to tell. You didn't feel any bigger when I carried you here, at least. Dang, we should have measured me before I started. Even if it was only a couple millimeters, that would at least have shown something. Even though at that pace... We can definitely do that before your next try. Do you want to go back for another one? No, keeping my thoughts focused for that long was kind of taxing. I'll try again later today. Yeah, you should definitely take a break before you start your next one. I'll keep you company. We still haven't had time to really catch up since I got back. You're not just trying to get out of learning about the inventory system I've been trying to teach you? Yeah, but now I have a way better excuse. Like, you know, water time. My appreciation for them trying to fake a sense of normalcy is enough to make me smile. Yeah, that'd be nice. Gavin takes me back to the storage shelf again, and Julie pulls up a chair. We resume the conversation we started at the bar 4 days ago. We trade mundane details back and forth, and a few times I forget my predicament and the fact Julie's 30 times my size until something we discuss touches on the current situation. I even feel up to sharing a few more details about the new relationship Gavin and I started. Not everything, but enough to make Julie think the conversation is worthwhile. Julie still has to continue her training, though, and I take the opportunity for another tea bath when they're both up front together. It's both recovery from my session earlier and preparation for the one I'm coming up later today. The day proceeds as normal, in terms of the shop at least, until it's time to go home. Gavin and I arrive back at the apartment after a quiet commute home. Not that he can talk much on the train ride in front of the other passengers, but we're both silent while he walks. He spent most of the train ride reading the translation Julie emailed him and poring over it in case there's something we've all missed. When we get home, I'm set down on the desk with a gracious gentleness. "Here's your phone. Felt it vibrate a few times on the way back." "Thanks, I'll check those." He sets it in his cradle and heads to the bedroom to change. I open the screen, and among a few spam emails, I see a series of texts from Felix. Crap! I press my palm on the notification to brighten them up. "Hi, Margaret. Hope you're doing well. Don't worry, I'm not trying to get you to come back before you're ready. I just wanted to make sure you're getting better. And please let me know if you're improving so I don't just worry too much about you." There's a several-minute gap before his next message. Again, not related to work. Gavin returns and flicks on the water boiler I'd used this morning. "Anything important?" "Oh, it was just Felix asking how I'm doing. I'm going to tell him I'm still the same, but hope I can recover in the next couple days." I punch in my response while I say it. Gavin grimaces. You want to be that specific?" "I don't know if I have much of a choice. If I'm gone for a week, I don't even know if even Felix is nice enough to keep me on staff." Might be right." We both stand there in silence. You know, we might have to start thinking about when we're going to let people know about this. Whether the process to turn back is slow and it takes a few months, or maybe I start putting that practice from this morning to use. "Yeah, whatever you feel is necessary." He looks away, obviously contemplating if he's going to say what he's about to. "So, as with everything, this is up to you. I'm not going to do anything without your blessing. But on the train ride over here, I was thinking about an idea you might think is worthwhile." He swallows and clears his throat. What would be your opinion if I suggested I drink the transformation tea?" I feel like I could jump up on the top of the monitor. "What?" He holds his arms out to calm me down. "Listen, I've got a pitch, okay?" I'm beyond incredulous, but I don't interrupt. "We're going off these directions that were not positive work, right? There's a slight chance it's a ruse, and we really need to confirm the meditation works. What if I follow the directions, transform the expected amount, then try meditating back to normal? That way we'll know the tea works the way it's supposed to, and you can be more confident that you're on the right track. I could even try out some meditation techniques and see which works best." Ugh. Water time? Okay. I almost don't hear what he's saying. Gavin, that stuff turns you into an animal. We can't both deal with a situation like that. Like Julie said, it's supposed to turn you into a little bit of one. Maybe I'll just get ears and a tail or something, or maybe I look like you, but still human size. The instructions say something about a lighter transformation. If I just do that, I might be able to turn back tonight. But what if you don't? You saw how little I changed this morning. I think you might just be starting slow, like trying to accelerate a giant bulldozer. You gotta build a lot of momentum before you're at a decent pace. If I undergo a less severe transformation, it might be like starting up a sedan. It's way quicker to get to top speed. Look, He bites his lip. "I think this morning was discouraging for you, and I want you to have something real and concrete to motivate you. Something you can point to and know you're on the path to getting back to normal. If I can show you a way out, I feel like you'll have a better chance of escaping this." I'm flabbergasted. That could be useful. But what if it takes you a whole day or something? I don't want you to abandon the store once in a week. The store twice in a week. Twice in 1 week. "I think I've trained Julie enough that she can handle the store for a day. She can call us for anything big." What if something goes wrong? What if you're stuck with me like this? "Then we'll keep helping each other along with Julie's help. Anything that happens to you, I'm willing to weather alongside you." My heart skips a beat. Really? "Of course." He looks at me with the same sincere smile as always. My head is spinning. I can't believe how far my thoughts have swung since he first proposed it. I guess it would be good to know if the meditation works like it's supposed to, and if any methods work better than others. If one can't turn back at all, I don't want to do that to Gavin, but why would they even make instructions in that case? Just to be cruel? It seems too horrible to imagine. Which means I should probably believe the label, but it would help to see it really happen to make me feel like I'm actually doing something when I meditate. Gavin stands there, hoping desperately to avoid looking like he's trying to sway me one way or the other. "Okay, you can drink the tea." His chest swells. "If you really feel like it'll help and you're not just trying to be brave and dive into some dumb heroics because you feel sorry for me." "Of course!" He reaches for his bag and pulls out the box of tea. "Gonna start it right now." If he's trying to tamp down on his conviction, he's not doing a very good job. He calls me back to the kitchen. "I'm gonna go with the larger recommended dose, but only exactly that. I figured it will mostly closely match your transformation." Alright guys and gals, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there before we get Mouse Gavin. Anyway, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks, or tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!